Hey, what is up guys? This is Cob, and welcome to Replay Submitted by Mr. Ratat. Dude, what is that name, man? I'm supposed to pronounce that just off the cuff? Ratatozoing? Let's call him Ratatat. How about that, man? Cost control specialist action with mixed chaff, playing a couple packs of Stormcallers. I'm sorry, man, if I can't pronounce the name, okay? Man, it's been a long old day, but what better way to end a busy day than with a little bit of Mechabellum action, man? So, let's do this. Actually looks like a pretty horrific opening round, to be honest. Stormcaller's going to be able to salvage a little bit of hit points here, maybe, just by pinging down the last marksman before they inevitably go down. We're off to a pretty terrible start. Let's see if we can claw our way back into this one. You guys know what's coming. You guys seen the thumbnail. Only question remains is how we get there, man. Fist Fortresses. It's one of those techs that I almost just wish it came with like a photon emission or something, like attached to the individual fortress unit that still hasn't used its fist. Yeah, then it would probably maybe a little bit too OP, but you know what I'm saying? I just want it to be good. I really, really want it to be good. It's such a cool tech. Kind of gimmicky. It's one of those techs where I don't want it to get so good that it's like overpowered and becomes the meta, because then it's just like a little bit clowny, you know? But I just love that it's a thing. I don't know. What can I say, man? It's just a really, really cool one. Okay, so it looks like we're actually up against Elite Specialist after all, who's going to drop down a couple packs of Arclights after going, Smack Arclight as well. So maybe carry Arclights on the horizon here for our opponent. Meanwhile, ourselves just going into some Archies of our own. A little bit of additional chaff clear. Makes sense. Just open the door for these Stormcallers to get done what they gotta get done. Against these marksmen, and things looking a lot more balanced on the round 2, man. The bleed has been stymied, man. Is that a word that's used outside of the UK? Stymied, you stymie the bleed, stymie the flow. It's cool, this word of the day, man. Stymied. Okay, man. Onwards and upwards to round 3, it is unit drop round, and bam, it is Farseers for both players. I'll go ahead and turn off quick deploy now that we've raced through the first couple of rounds, but we'll speed things up just a little bit. Farseers for both players makes much more sense for Red to hold on to his Farseer. I wonder if we're actually holding on to ours. It's a really, really good mid-game unit. I like to just generally drop a couple on the back line, somewhere like here and here-ish. Just so the move speed doesn't kind of catch you off guard a little bit and they just rush in too fast and die horribly. Meanwhile, our opponent is just going to double down on the Archies. I'm assuming that General Ratatat has scouted out Smart Acolyte as having been picked up. My usual answer to this, well, Stormcallers are actually just a great answer in general to the Archies. Now might be a totally fine round, to be honest. I'm a little bit surprised that we haven't invested in just a second Farseer, man, because Farseers, you know, range with Electromag on the Farseers, generally quite a damn good answer, actually, to carry Acolytes. They can do a pretty damn good job. Stormcallers can help out, obviously. Marksman, another great answer. Phoenixes, you know, just outsnipe them a little bit, but I think Farseer is actually a maybe slightly undersung answer to the old carry Acolyte action. Carry Acolytes have like a billion counters, man. Who are we fooling, right? There's just a lot of counters to that. It's one of those strats that you can make work up until a certain point, then you hit like a certain MMR threshold, and people can just tend to like scout that, oh look, he's picked up Smart Acolyte or whatever, and can see it coming and can just start playing around it. But okay, once again, it's just going to come down to a super slow ending. Stormcallers versus Marksman. What's our opponent's Marksman actually running, actually? Could he just go like full carry Marksman? He's running Assault. Okay. So no Electromag on our opponent's Marksman either. I don't think he was running Electromag on the Archies. I've just got to check. Oh, he actually is. Okay. How the hell do we make Fisty Fortresses work against Electromag Archies, though? Seems a little bit crazy to me. Let's see, man. Okay, so we both go for Absorption Module, red and blue in this case. What is General Ratatat's plan with that? Because there's no super obvious unit to smack that on just yet. Can't really, I mean, like, best units for Absorption Module, I love it on Wraiths in particular, but no real option to just, like, dip into the random Wraith here. Very, very difficult for us to protect as a standard layout as well. Oh, wow, and red just slams the... slams Absorption Module on his Archie, dude. Okay. So we go for the double Stormcaller drop. I actually don't mind. Oh, god. Oh, alright. That's a little bit nutty. That's a little bit crazy. To go with range enhancement on the Stormies? Like, we already know that he has the Fascia on field, which is going to give some anti-missile tech. So I don't mind the double Stormcaller drop, just to bait our opponent into buying more Fascias. I think that's fine. I think what I've liked to have seen is maybe like another Stormcaller and then like one Phoenix unit. It's something that I would like to go for here, personally. That way you're kind of baiting your opponent to go into the Fascias, right, for missile defense. And maybe he gets this misapprehension that his Acolytes are safe. But little does he know you're kind of sneakily building up like 1 or 2 Phoenix units on the back line, giving them levels and just getting ready to pull the trigger on some techs in the late game. It's one of those like sneaky units that can scale very, very quickly with just a couple levels. But alas, we are able to hold on. It's all good. And there's the Phoenix, actually. I'd love to see this come out for us on blue. Vulcan has some longevity, but we've already invested in range Stormies and range Acolytes. I'm not sure if we actually need a big, like, chaff clear drop at this stage. Red actually goes into Phoenixes himself. Yeah, I mean, I just really, really like the Phoenixes. I really just like having one good, solid sniper-style unit on the board by round 4. Hopefully with, like, 1 or 2 levels into it already. Ooh, we actually go for the Sledgehammers. Alright. Okay, so as expected, our opponent did go into the missile defense Fascias. Which are going to do a pretty decent job at slowing down the Stormcallers. I think 4 packs of Stormies will outgun the missile interceptors on these guys, like ever so slightly, maybe like 30% of the missiles or something are going to make it through. Obviously the bulk of those being on the right side. The tanks on the front line, I don't mind them right now. I'd just be a little bit worried about, you know, the rate at which these Acolytes are getting experience. Something that Red has got to be careful of here, actually, is that he's going carry Acolytes. It's now round 5. And he's really quite low on chaff. He's still only got the 3 units of crawlers built out. And the Acolytes do not have Elite Marksman yet. It's just, you could Red could really use like just, I don't know, like a pocket of pocket of fangs here and a pocket of fangs here. Just a little bit of extra something by now. Also, if he does decide to go carry Acolytes with a charge shot, that is going to reduce his chaff clearing ability as well, because it's going to slow down the rate of fire on the Acolytes by a hell of a lot. Which, by the way, man, I'm not even sure that that tech needs that little nerf to make it even, like, as if carry Acolytes need to be even worse, you know? That tech never used to have that slowed shot component, but I guess it does now. Okay, so the missiles are going to start to find their way through now. The guns in the Fascia is just kind of overheating a little bit. And whoom, down it goes horribly. Not quite. It's got a millimeter of health left. But look at this, man. The Phoenix is actually just going to clean house right at the end. So we have the son of a gun beat, but Phoenix is just exploiting a gap in our force. I think they're going to turn around and kill building as well, which they do. Okay, let's skip ahead. Oh my god. Even with the building debuff, the Phoenix is still just one tap and everything. Okay. Alright. So obviously we need a little bit of anti-air. Now, would have been ideal if we had that last round, but is what it is. Vulcan's Descent, we could just throw a Vulcan at them. We would actually be able to one-shot them too, I think, from that position. Maybe. It would be a little bit of a tight squeeze. You just drop a Vulcan on their head, man. More realistically, I don't know, his module, anti-air. Ooh, we actually skip? Okay. Okay. That is quite interesting. Skip? Man, I don't even mind the haste module on like the Stormcallers at this stage. What I do like here is that we haven't invested any more levels into the Stormcallers. We've let our opponent really invest a lot into anti-missile tech here. This would have been even better if we didn't pick up range in the Stormies, because I swear to God, whether we pick up range enhancement or not, it still feels like our opponent was gonna build more Fascias with missile defense. Oh my god. Okay, now we're going to Electromag. Okay. I mean, it's still good because his Acolytes are so far forward, so we're firing very, very early. And so we're going to start to exhaust the missile defense really quite quickly. So I actually don't mind this. And we do always have the option of going Launcher Overload later on. Maybe that's something that we're planning on doing to just really overwhelm any missile defense. But ooh. And now we're going to go back and pick up a few Fascias of our own as well on the back line. I guess just to deal with the Phoenixes. Honestly, I wouldn't have minded if we just saved 100 supply to just go straight into Electromag here. and then just like one tap against any of the Farseers or the Acolytes basically just puts them out of commission. But okay, man. So the Farseer is going to do a pretty decent job at shooting down the first few salvos of missiles, but their engines are going to start to overload pretty quickly. In fact, that second salvo, most of those Acolytes got disabled there right away. So you know what? The Electromag and these Stormcallers maybe just forcing our opponent to invest in even more Farseers, which is fine. I just worry a little bit that we might not quite have the sniper potential to sort of out-snipe him. The Farseers on this right side actually take out the Phoenixes as they die. So it was very, very close. I don't mind the Farseer pickup though. Again, range, Electromag on those suckers, and they can do the job for us. Yeah. What I do feel like is maybe we're lacking a little bit of giant killing potential over here on our side of the field just now. Like, what are we really relying on here? Just the Stormcallers, to be fair, to deal like the bulk of our ground damage. Which is a little bit spooky, man. It's a little bit spooky. How much money do people have right now? Well, 250 less on the back of picking up that. Okay, but if we have like 1,500 supplies right now, I'm guessing our opponent had like a similar amount. Oh, God. I was going to suggest that maybe he could like dip into a war factory and just slam it with missile defense on the front. Maybe a little bit of chaff here or something and just mobile beacon it into the building. But he's playing Elite Specialist. That complicates things, and that's why I don't like playing Elite Specialist, man. I really don't like it personally. It's so tough to make like a big pivot like that. It's like trying to do a goddamn donut in the Titanic, you know? It's just not going to work super well. It's really hard to make a big switcheroo. Now, as expected, our opponent has invested at least more tech and some levels into his Farseers. We're going to range now Farseers first. I think that's totally fine. We still have the cash to also go Electromag in these if we want to. Which, again, I don't think I'd be opposed to. Ooh, we actually go Elite Marksman in our own Archies. Dude, hang on. We also in Smart Acolyte? How have I not even noticed this? Our Acolytes are all red. Like, oh my god, dude. I was so occupied with our opponent going Kariaki. I didn't even realize that maybe we were sneaking up on a similar thing. And so, yeah, I think our opponent's doing a pretty good job building out his nerds to deal with Kariaklites. He's still lacking a lot of chaff, though, which is a big, big, big problem for him. Like, he needed fangs here and here-ish, maybe even, like, behind the towers, like, 2 turns ago. And now he needs, like, crawlers, crawlers, and crawlers. Maybe even, like, crawlers, crawlers, you know? He's still got 3 packs of goddamn beetles, dude. That's not a lot, man. That's really not a lot. So the healing on the sledgehammers feels a little bit random, actually. I've just noticed that we've just invested in more of these now healing, repairing sledgehammers. I feel like most stuff that's going to kill the sledgehammers is going to kill them through the healing anyway. The Acolytes aren't really developing into carry Acolytes. They've still only got range, you know. And the Farseers frankly don't care that much about the healing on the tanks. Like, they're just going to kill them anyway, as we're seeing right here, right? Where the Farseers and the Marksmen are connecting. So it might have been a little bit of wasted supply there, man. But that's all good. I'm also beginning to question, really, how long it's going to be before we see Electromag come out on these Farseers, and how the hell are we going to sneak up on our opponent? Going fist fortresses into this? You know what I'm saying? Like, how the hell are we going to make this work, man? Okay. It's actually bulldozing through a little bit on this far side just now. I think we still have the firepower to get this done just because the Electromags are now landing and just slowing the move speed here by a crap load on these nerds. Looks like it's just about going to be enough. Okay. Ooh, so we aren't actually going like full carry Acolytes, it's like soft carry, Elite Marksman, range enhancement. I'm seeing a lot of people do that with their Acolytes recently. I actually like that. I like that if we just stick with that. No need to go any further. No need to like tech into charged shot Archies anymore. Not really that much of a thing anymore, you know. Okay, so red going into Vulcan here. I like this quite a bit. I like his positioning on these. I'm not a big fan of Incendiary Bomb, particularly. At least, like, not myself. I've really, really fallen out of love with Incendiary Bomb as a tech, man. I just feel like there's too many ways that your opponent can manipulate it by placing crawlers in certain positions and sort of forcing or baiting your Vulcan to attack into certain areas. That can also get your own chaff killed, you know? Speaking of which, our opponent still only has 3 crawlers, which is going to help us out quite a bit. But okay, man. Most importantly this round, we see the fortresses come down. I'm just checking out the text real quick. Armor enhancement fortresses, Ratta? Dude, what? I've never seen anybody run armor on a fortress before, man. Never. That's not something that's ever happened. Okay, I'm going to slow down gameplay to its regular speed, finally. Now the fortresses are on field. Love the anti-air. Gotta love the rocket punch. The armor is crazy, dude. Because you gotta think, man, the main things that kill fortresses are things like marksmen, phoenixes, melting points, right? Christ, even like saber-tooths with a few levels and like double shot, scorpions, you know? Heavy hitters, you know? The kind of guys who don't care about armor. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. I'm not a big fan of armor on the forts, personally. Dude, look at the Stormcallers still getting work done, man. The Stormcallers are still actually making it happen. Which is really, really impressive, to be fair. Okay. Deployment slot for red. He could just spam like 4 packs of chaff right now. Oh my god, he skipped it. Never mind. Okay, alright. Meanwhile, Ratter, dude, he knows what he wants to do, man. He knows what he wants to do. So we go range into the melting points. That's never a bad tech to pick up. Quite cheap for the immense value that it can give. Especially if you're trying to outrange something like these suckers. But then again, these guys can close the gap really, really quickly. I wouldn't have minded seeing a sell on the melting points, to be fair. But can't whinge about keeping them either, right? Okay, man, so a couple more fortresses come down. Is this the round? Is this actually the round where we're going to be pulling the trigger on this? Look at these Farseers, man. Like, oh my god, our opponent is just going for the critical mass strategy. By the way, our opponent is sitting there with some crazy leveled wraiths. He could actually just pivot super hard into just like a bunch of elite recruited wraiths. Phoenixes. Just now as well. Get some crazy, crazy work done. Meanwhile, it's just basically the Farseers trying to out-artillery everything that we've got going on over here. They're doing a very, very good job against our giants just by merit of how many levels they have invested in them. They're also going to be shooting down the Akis pretty convincingly too. And now it's just the Stormcallers, man. These guys could start running out of juice pretty quickly. They only need one missile to land on these guys for them to become very, very vulnerable indeed. But they're going to have enough in the tank, man. They're just going to have enough in the tank. Ooh, dude, they're still not invested in Electromag yet. Are we actually going to go for it next round? We have a deployment spec. We could, like, sell a melting point. We could sell something. Sell one of the tanks, maybe. And go for it right now. Sticky oil bomb is not being used by either player just yet, by the way. Which is kind of... Ooh, our opponent has already gone into Electromag, dude. Oh my god. Okay. So by far the best answer to Fisty Fortresses just tends to be like 3, maybe like 4 melting points around the middle of the towers. And you just go Electromag spray, you know. And that way you can disable many of them at once. You can crack the shields, etc, etc. Just tends to be great. Oh my god, dude, we go into the fists at the same time as our opponent goes into the Electromag. Dude. Okay, how the hell is this gonna work, man? How do Farseers do really a target acquiring these fortresses, and is there enough chaff to protect these guys? I'd feel a lot more comfortable if we had like another pack of fangs here, and another pack of fangs right here. Crawlers, that is, sorry. And then maybe even like fangs here and here or something. Just like 3 or 4 waves of chaff coming in to keep these guys safe. Damn good job blocking the oil drops, by the way. Actually pretty impressive. A little smidgen, a smibble of fire is going to get on the ground over here. So these guys might not have the best time. But let's see if we see any fists actually going off here. As the fortresses begin to kind of get tickled. Oh, okay, there we go, man. Some shots are actually getting off. In fact, they're popping off all over the place, bro. And now they're going to start getting Electromag. But it's just a little bit too late, dude. The Fortress Fists actually get to... Man, they got to pop off a lot better than I was expecting. A lot better than I was expecting, man. Now it's the same deal, right? Big old sniper battle. Oh my god, look at our... Look at Red and his goddamn little sentry turrets as well, dudes. Oh my god. He's trying so desperately to stop this missile flood. Yeah, I don't know. If we would just go launcher overload on these Stormcallers, do we even hit enhanced range? Ratter. We must hit enhanced range every single... Round 7 and beyond. Every single round. Your first 100 supply should go into enhanced range, man. There's a quick tip for you right there, man. That's like a 120 MMR right there, you know? Straight up. Really, really good. Further tips and advice as well, even though this is more of like a meme fest video. Yeah, just generally using the sticky oil bomb, even just randomly, can be another thing that you can do. Actually, I'll get into that in just a little second as this round comes to a close, but yeah, buying the sticky oil bomb, this alone will also gain you like 100 MMR. Flat out, just by using it from any point like round 5 onwards. Especially if your opponent goes Vulcan. Why am I going to go ahead and say that? Because as soon as your opponent goes into Vulcan and Incendiary Bomb, like we've seen right here, so our opponent is going Incendiary, it's just spraying out fire missiles, right? What you can do is if your army is quite far back, you can place like crawlers here, and then an oil bomb that goes like across this way, so that he's going to set your crawlers on fire at the start of the round, then you're going to set a trail of fire right here that he's not expecting at all. It's going to kill all of his crawlers, and it's going to kill all of the Stangs here at the back. And if your opponent has more chaff at the back, it gets more and more powerful the later the game goes on to make a play like that. Yeah, and it's just totally going to catch them off guard, you know. You can even buy it early, the sticky oil bomb, on like a round 4 or something, and just drop it randomly. And then you're just threatening something like Incendiary Bomb on your Stormcallers, right? So not only are you slowing your opponent's units for 1 round, but the next round they're panicking like, oh my god, bro, what if he goes Incendiary Bomb on those Stormcallers next round, bro? It's gonna torch all of my chaff at the back. And then they start doing things like spamming sentry turrets and shields, and they start panicking and second guessing themselves. You know, you can play a lot of mind games and do a lot of funky things with the oil bomb, man. So now that that tirade is over, we have 1800 supply to blast here. Oh my god, we should really just like sell a unit. What could we sell that's not really doing a whole lot? To be honest, man, the sledgehammers are actually doing more than I was thinking. Oh my god, dude. Okay. Yeah, that was a quad drop, right? Yeah, mass recruitment with additional reinforcements. Oh god. Well, is this just one of those things where if you just build enough units of anything that have a lot of techs in them, it doesn't really matter if your opponent has build counters, you've just reached sort of like critical mass, you know? Our opponent has also sold off his phoenixes, I believe, at some point. Or has he? Am I just blind? Did he move the phoenixes? Where did his phoenixes go? I might actually just be blind because I don't see red having a unit cell unlocked. Where did the phoenixes go, dude? Oh my god, okay, they're actually just hidden behind the tech of this guy. Okay. I thought that red star belonged to this Fascia. Okay, never mind. We found them. Okay, I thought I was going crazy for a second there, but yeah, selling units, buying and selling units. Things like planned obsolescence for a certain unit is a really, really good idea as well. You might want to invest in like arc lights in the early game for your chaff clear. Then when it gets to like around 4, around 5, you get a Vulcan drop. Boom, start selling the arc lights, man. You will not regret it. You switch the arc lights out for the Vulcans. It's just a flat upgrade, and if you're selling like 4 arc lights over the next few rounds, that's like 300 supply profit, you know, if you buy the cell beacon. What the hell's it called again? Field recovery from the research center, man. So there you go, man. Okay, all of that nonsense aside, have we just hit the critical mass at Fisty Fortresses, dude? I just want to see the fists go. I'm tempted to try and move the camera, but I'm going to leave it around where it is. I just want to see how many actually get to go off. We're just going to start absolutely haymakering the hell out of the Vulcan. It's going to go down pretty darn quickly. Fortress on the front line. Then besides also going off. Dude, they're actually getting a lot of these off before they start getting clapped, man. Okay, the EMPs are going to start coming out now, finally. But this wee fortress at the front is actually going to make it all the way to building before that eventually goes down. The electromags are going to have worn off on this sucker in the middle just now. Sadly, as soon as he gets looked at once again, they're going to get disabled. No, I thought he could get one more off, dude, before it happened, but okay. Nice. I don't know how the hell, like, somebody just got a fortress fist off, even though it just makes no sense on a scientific level as to how it wasn't electromag there, but okay. Lovely. It looks like we just hit that critical mass of units, man. Fisty Fortresses, is he dead? You're goddamn right he is, man. That was me being Heisenberg, in case you couldn't tell, man. Hey, man. Ratazoing. Why was that difficult? I just had to warm up to it a little bit, man. I just had to warm up a little bit. Yeah, like I said, it's been a crazy long day, man. Okay. Video shot. This is the meme of the day, man. Fisty Fortresses. Give it a try yourself. It's absolutely incredible. What can I tell you? Dude, this Casting videos like this makes me just want to go ahead and take all my fortresses with fist. Not sure about the armor. I wouldn't go that far, man. But hey, thanks for submitting this one, Mr. Ratazoing. Hey, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you guys did enjoy this one. If you did, make sure to hit like on the video. And of course, let me catch my breath. If you have one of your own crazy replays that you want to have featured on this happy little channel that we got going on over here, then make sure to share it in the official Mechabellum Discord and share your replay channel. And go ahead and tag me in that as well, if you want. Helps me notice it a little bit, you know. Got a lot going on these days. Man, I gotta get this edited and get my ass to the gym. It's back day. Alright. Thanks again, guys. I'm gonna catch all of y'all just a tad bit later, man.